Hello everybody, Russian Batman here back with another review. Today I finally got my hands on the very elusive Trouble on Tatooine set. This is set number 75299 and Trouble on Tatooine. I'm excited. I wanted to get it day one, but it was pretty hard to get it. Just like I said, just calling my local store and they just sold out immediately, and they were just, wait a few months. And I did. I waited a little bit, and I eventually got my hands on the very elusive Trouble on Tatooine. I am very excited to review this set in the fullest capacity I can. Just kind of show all the depth there is to this set, because it is a very good set, and deserves a lot of the praise it gets. Very well crafted builds. It's a pretty genius set. People left and right have been singing its praises, so I had to get it eventually. And I'm a bit late, but I ended up getting it. So and yeah, I like I said, this set pretty amazing, pretty high, and it's only $30. $30, pretty alright price. Maybe if it was a bit cheaper, but 30 is pretty affordable, I would say. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get a look at those minifigures. Okay, let's first take a look at let's save the best for last. Where we'll just take a look at this guy. He is the guy from he's the Star Wars guy. That lighting is bad. I need to get way. Look, you can barely see his face with those shadows. Hold on, let me take a look at this guy's name. He is he's a Tuscan Raider. So yeah, it's species from Tatooine, which 90% of Star Wars takes place on Tatooine. So that's pretty epic. I think it's my first time getting Tuscan Raider. The build for this little Tuscan staff, I think it's pretty cool. I really wish I had better lighting. Maybe I should stop saying the things I want and actually just do them. But that takes effort and work, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, we got this Tuscan Raider staff. It's a pretty good build. You got this ice cream cone piece, as I like to call it, in gray. The staff attaches to this little kind of sideways downwards piece, and it goes onto this little cone, and it's pretty simple. You got a light kind of, what do you call that, light, like a tan, not like a flesh tan, but a light tan kind of torso, light tan legs. The bracket there is also light tan, so it's light tan except for the hands, which are this kind of orangey color, which actually might work for Mando's hands. And the headpiece, I don't think it is new to this set, but it is definitely probably new to me. You got this Tuscan Raider, so you can see it's a custom head pull, doesn't go over a head or nothing. You got those beady little eyes. You got that mouth that goes whatever noises, the screaming noises. I would make screaming noises, but people are asleep right now, and I don't wanna wake them up too much. So yeah, you got a nice silvery detail with those weird teeth. And yeah, you got some browns, some dark browns. Really good figure. You got, let's see, some pouches on there. You can see the little shine of the little buttons on the pouches. I think that's pretty good. And yeah, you got this little back belt thing that cut to carry, I guess, the pouches. And yeah, fairly decent figure, I would say. Not the highlight of the set, but it is a figure nonetheless, and it is a minifigure, and it is a pretty cool one. It's the first time I've gotten one of these, or I think it's the first time I've gotten Tuscan Raider. So that's always good to get a Tuscan Raider. Another figure that I have already had in the past is Grogu, as we now know. In the set, he is referred to as the Child, but this is before we knew his real name. Grogu. Sometimes we call it Gringo. I can never pronounce his name properly, but we got him. This pouch is my first time getting this baby kind of carrying pouch. This is incorporated into the actual build. I just took this out just to kind of show it off because you put me in this. And I will talk about it once I get in depth into the build and do that kind of in-depth look at kind of the intricacies of the build and how kind of complex the build can get and how kind of just well crafted it can be. So let me just I'm gonna put this back just right now. But yeah, so the Gringo, it's the same Gringo we have gotten before, and yeah, so same Gringo we've gotten before. He does not have a new head. So he does have a new head, not new torso, which is fine by me. This is a fine Gringo. Some people have varying different opinions on him. Some people hate him. Some people love him. I think it's a really cool, really simplistic design. I couldn't really ask of something better from Lego. Obviously, it would have been, really good if they did a new torso. But I understand why they wouldn't, because it is close. I mean, the shape of the torso is close enough to just a normal baby torso. Why not do it? I understand, If you don't really need to do that other step, why do it? I get that logic. And a lot of people aren't so happy, but, it's close enough to a baby. I understand why. And I wasn't really expecting them to do anything else. I really do like the head mold. The head mold, it's fairly... people do have varying different opinions, but I do like it. I do think it's a good head mold. Fairly, good head mold. You got those not beady, big eyes. And, and it's pretty simple just to modify, especially with the ears. If you just put some pink paint in there, it looks really good, because that's what I did a while back. And I made my own custom one, where I simply just, made the kind of the torso more accurate, and, did the ears. So yeah, I mean it's a good cheap way to get it. I mean cheap as in $30 cheap, but you're obviously not getting it just for this Gringo. You're getting it for the intricate, just complex and just narratively sound and non-derivative build you get from this set, and it is an amazing build, which I will get into after I show off these figures to the fullest extent that I will do. And yeah, Gringo, pretty simple, but like I said, it is the best way to get this Gringo minifigure. Now, last figure but not least, don't get it confused. This is not the least importantest minifigure out of all of them. This is in fact the most importantest minifigure out of all of them. This is the Mandalorian. I can't speak. Mandalorian himself. Yes, this is him, and it is pretty rad, my dude. If I do say so myself, he is Mandalorian. But not any ordinary Mandalorian. He's Mandalorian in his Beskar armor. Currently, this version of Mando is exclusive to this set, and probably, not gonna lie, the reason why most people are getting it, except for the intricate and complex builds and just amazing builds they got in this set. I mean, phenomenal. Like you look at the Razor Crest, that can't hold a finger on this set right here. First, let's just take a good look at his weapon. He has this blaster, fine blaster. I made an improved version myself, which you can go check out in my Mandalorian Showcase video. But yeah, so it's pretty simple. Just build for a blaster. I'll just put that to the side so I could sufficiently show off this figure better. He also comes with this kind of really pathetic looking blaster. I mean, like, come on. Like, I don't like it when Lego uses this as a blaster. This just doesn't. Kind of looks like a gun, but it doesn't look good. There are so many better options. Like even just this blaster, just without the pieces on it, would look better than just whatever this is. This is just pathetic. This doesn't even look like a small handgun. It just looks like a stick. Okay, I don't like when Lego uses it. That's probably the only fault of this set. Also, so you got Mandalorian. He has, like I said, brand new leg, torso, and also arm printing, which the non-Beskar armor did not have arm printing. It could have used arm printing, but I'm glad this one uses arm printing because this one really needed arm printing. When I made my custom version, I used kind of a fake dual molded arms to give them those gauntlets. They just printed that on there, which looks way better than mine. Like I said, this figure, as soon as I finished making my other minifigure, my Beskar Mando, which my Beskar Mando is, I think, the minifigure, at least for paint job, I am the most proud of that minifigure in particular, because I just really, really like how that turned out. And I just, like I said, but it doesn't hold a candle to this, and because it's actually like official printing. So you got those bullets, you got all that nice, good stuff, like a really shiny Beskar. This arm, I don't know if you could tell, but he does have that little mudhorn symbol. It's hard to tell with this lighting. I apologize. It's the best I can do at the moment. And yeah, so Beskar, and then this one, obviously, this arm does not have the symbol of the I was about to call it Reinhardt, but no, it's the Mudhorn. This ain't Overwatch. Ooh, imagine if Mandalorian was in Mando was an Overwatch character. That's probably something Pop Cross Studios would do. You know, just put it in Overwatch, because why not? If we look at the back printing, you can see standard stuff. You got that strap and the Beskar. And yeah, and this is a really cool figure. I like how this turned. Like I said, I really do enjoy this figure. This figure is pretty cool. And we could reveal Mando's face. Unfortunately, we cannot, because they just leave it blank, which a lot of people are unhappy with. But I personally do like that they kept on leaving it blank, because, like I said, kind of Mando's face is a bit of a spoiler to the show, and kind of showing his face kind of defeats the whole purpose of, you know, the role of the Mandalorian, which is, you know, their like thing, which was never to like show off their face. So yeah, so there's a blank black face, and also it does look good, because if you look at kind of underneath, you can't see what's in there. So we got the helmet, which is basically like the old helmet, but in this lighter silver, which I think is really cool. Some people like the darker silver, but I think the lighter silver looks 1,000 times better. And I don't get why they made it different. I think they should have used lighter silver all along, because even though he gets his Beskar armor and it's, you know, new Beskar, he never, correct me if I'm wrong, but he never once replaces his helmet. Like, he never actually like forges a new helmet and replaces it. As far as I know, the helmet stays exactly the same. So I don't know why they have two different helmets for the non-Beskar and Beskar. But it is good for the people that do like the darker helmet, or for the people that just want to choose which one they like better. Like, let's say they get this Mando and then the other Mando, and they think, oh, the darker one looks better, I want to use that for this one. So it gives people options. I would wish they did the printing on this helmet. Wish that would be a bit better. You see here how it's just kind of this fat, for at least his front part, it's this fat line that just goes directly down. I do wish it went like the silver was in a little bit more and went down, and it kind of had a little here. How should I show this? Maybe I hope it went like down and then like, you know, and like out a little, you know, at the very end, because it has a little triangular little bit, and I wish the middle was a bit thinner, and that's what I did on my figure. So yeah, if I take off this cape, I can show that off in fullest. This is the shorter cape that comes with Mando. So you can see it's just a straight line. Usually capes kind of go out a little bit. This one does not. And yeah, it gives that kind of shorter cape effect. I think the gray cape is accurate, I'm pretty sure. So I think I used a brown cape for one of my custom Mandos. And I do have a plan. I will not fully customize this guy, but I think I will improve certain aspects. For example, the gauntlets, they are great, but they don't go all the way around the minifigure hand. So I might change that to make it kind of look like it goes all the way around. It's full gauntlets. The leg painting is pretty good, but maybe I would, just to improve it. And Lego, I think, could have done this, but where they kind of put the little bullet rack all around the foot. So yeah, So that's really it for the minifigures. I mean, really only 3, and why dwell so long on the minifigures? More specifically, why dwell like 13 minutes on the minifigures? But yeah. So let's get on to the build, and then kind of. I'm not gonna say if I say final verdict, I'm gonna sound like Justin. Fine, get to the build and then the conclusion. There, better. Here is the build. Okay, guys, I hope you liked that video. It's pretty epic. Final, just thoughts. The set I wish the set was a bit cheaper, but I do like this set. It is a very good set. You get very good figure selection. Even like you really only get 3, but it's a cheap way to kind of get everything, and I'm not saying it could have been cheaper because I'm glad they did. I feel like they should have put the Beskar Mando in the Razor Crest set, but I'm glad they put it in one of these sets. Could have included maybe another speeder or something, but I'm satisfied. So if you like the video, leave it a like and go watch Mandalorian. But most importantly, go watch Gringo. Ciao.